Hello, it's me, your friendly neighborhood technophobe, Emma. This chapter plays right into my technophobia, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's cool, I guess. We've got robots doing a lot of the manufacturing, a lot of manufacturing that humans originally did because there is less room for error and there's better product control and all this kind of stuff in manufacturing. That's cool. I mean, I know that's not what the whole chapter is about, but it's the thing I'm going to focus on now because that's where my brain is at right now. And as usual, I always bring things back to movies. Because, that's the thing. It's like, I don't want to sound like movies like I, Robot and 9 have made me a very paranoid person, but they kinda have. Because, okay, right now we have the ability to control and program robots, but we keep making better robots. People keep pushing the line, or they keep tiptoeing across the line of, not uncanny valley, but just what is acceptable for, it's like playing with fire, where it's like, how soon are you ready to burn yourself? Are you ready for that? Because that's the thing, we keep working on these machines, making them better, while occasionally making them a little more self-aware, which could be good. I mean, it could make that margin of slight error even slighter, but I'd like to think that we live in a world where we could never, by ourselves, because we are imperfect people, create a perfectly minded computer that thought for itself, that made actions for itself, like in the movie I, Robot and in 9, or other forms of media. I would like to think that would be the thing that stops us from robots taking over the universe, but I don't know. Humans are weird. We're weird and we do things that it's like, did you think this through before you did this? Did you think this through? Did you think of all the possible, what's the word? I can't think of the word. All of the possible, things that could go wrong here. I don't think you did. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, right now there's the argument that it's like, robots don't need to be paid until they might want to be paid. And that's the thing. It's the thing that I always think about, where it's like, eventually we might make a robot that can think for itself, that can program other robots, and then we don't become useful anymore. I mean, it's weird. It's weird because this happens a lot while I'm in college, where it's like my topics in my courses tend to cross streams in weird ways, in ways that I wouldn't expect. For example, we're talking about robots, and again, this is not the whole part of the thing, yeah, like, there's a lot of cool elements to manufacturing, a lot of stuff that I love to learn about, because I wanted to do manufacturing originally before I realized that wasn't for me. But at any rate, back to what I was saying earlier, I'm taking an approaches to creativity class because I need one more humanity, and we're reading this book called A Whole New Mind by Daniel H. Pink. And near the end of the chapter we were reading, there's literally a part where it's like, robots are taking over all of the left-directed careers that we have. The lawyers, the doctors, the machinists, the programmers, stuff like that. Robots and machinery is slowly making all of those jobs that we go to college for, that we get the good grades for, so we can get the good jobs and get the good paychecks. Robots are making those plans obsolete. And when I say left-directed, I mean left side of your brain, the part that's analytical and and logical and can do that, where right directed thought is the more creative aspects of your thinking, the part of your brain that like understands metaphors and stuff. What is on my ear? At any rate, I think like that's a thought. Like maybe in another nice peaceful scenario, it is the thing where robots take over most of these jobs that require a little more logic and a little less humanity. I'm not a big fan of that concept, but maybe that would be what we do, and then human beings would move on to things that robots can't do, like creating art, or I don't know. That's the thing. I haven't made it that far into the book, and I'm not sure what he'd suggest about that, because I think we are programmed to look for practical things. We are programmed for the one right answer, and the one best answer sometimes, instead of thinking about possibilities or whatever. I don't know. We're not very creative people. I suffer from that sometimes, go figure. What I'm trying to say is, I don't know if I'm a fan of robots. That's it. That's the crux of it. Here's your 6-minute video, probably 8 by the time I'm done blabbering. I don't like robots. I like the things that we've done with them now, but we always want to make them better. But I don't think better is necessarily better for us. Those are my thoughts. That's what I've got for this chapter. Bye.